have seen a tenfold jump in UK retail traffic coming directly from AI assistants.
Hi there, and welcome to From Ideas to Results. I'm joined by Luke, CEO and co-founder of Sleeping Giant Media, and today we're diving into the hot topics in the world of AI. So we have a number of categories we're looking at today. First off, creative and content generation tools. What's happening from that perspective?
Adobe Firefly, they've released a new image format model as well, which is again kind of a sort of a big piece here. It's focused around kind of enhanced features and enhanced capabilities, and again it has kind of IP indemnity as well, because one of the issues again with image creation sometimes is around kind of watermarks from things, so it then suddenly leaves businesses open to the image rights owner coming back at them as well. So that's kind of useful. So good to know that Firefly is still kind of covered from that perspective as well. We've seen OpenAI has released the 4.5 model as well as opposed to 4, so that's again better from a multimodal perspective, which means you can use images more effectively, and again it can create longer form content better, more effectively. There's also version 3 as well, which is 3.0, which is also really good. Some standard kind of upgrades. I mean, again, we could probably talk about that every single month. There's going to be a new kind of version. Generative AI videos has also become more mainstream. So we talked about Sora probably maybe a year ago now, and it's gone a long time, but that's now available in the UK, so it's been sort of accessible by your platform top left hand corner of the GPT kind of window, where you can create short form AI videos. If you haven't had a go at that, it's kind of quite cool. You can create some really good high quality videos there.
And you've had a go with that?
I have had a go with that, and we've seen, I think, my capybara video that I did, that was I think originally before it was released in the UK. You can kind of access via VPN, but it's pretty good. It's quite impressive what it can kind of come up with. Still got some issues with kind of, I find when you find models turn, it sort of like sometimes merges and kind of like suddenly the arm's here and then suddenly it comes up here through the body.
You don't do that already? No?
I try not to. Okay. No, there's still gaps there, but sometimes it absolutely nails it, and it could be really, really powerful tool for people producing video content, looking for that kind of outtake type content as well. And Google's VO2 has released their version of it as well, and Runway Generation 3 as well. So again, all of those platforms, all of those solutions are kind of moving forward.
So what about the paid media automation and optimization side of things?
Yeah, so again, lots going on there. TikTok have got Smart Plus AI campaigns as well, so there's opportunity for optimizing kind of conversions and web application conversion within a platform. So I guess the summary for the sort of the paid media and the platform space is that they're all integrating more and more AI into the production process. So what that means is, historically, if you wanted to advertise on any of those platforms, you'd have to have a pretty decent set of skills in order to do that, in terms of actually how to set those advertising campaigns up, but also the design and production process and scaling them down into the specific formats for that particular platform. What we're seeing for all of them is they're integrating tools within the platform so that you can essentially upload your main image or video and it will scale, it will work with it, or completely generate something from scratch. So probably not great for the sort of the high-end brands that will know exactly how they want things to look. Could it be really good for the baseline business that hasn't necessarily got that in-house capability? They'll be able to produce that really kind of quickly within X, within TikTok, within Meta as well. So those platforms are creating these opportunities. We've also got Google Marketing Live coming up in May as well. So it's an event potentially I'm going to go to. I don't know. It's in Ireland. They're going to be releasing lots and lots of new platforms. So it'll be an update on that. It'll be a lot more integration with Gemini. So in the last 12 months, they've obviously released Gemini. That's now part of the Workspace platform, and it's something that will integrate more heavily with the paid platform and also analytics as well. So you'll see the power of Gemini be integrating with all the different platforms, and as soon as they do that, that massively increases the capability of all those as well. And then finally, Perplexity are to be introducing sponsored answers and video ads, which will be in, I believe, Q4 of this year as well. So that's been something that's been released there, which we've talked about before. How do these AI platforms start to monetize? Will we see that from OpenAI as well? At the moment, you've got a monthly license fee that you pay for using of GPTs and things like that, but will we see more sponsorship opportunities, advertising platform opportunities for advertisers that want to integrate with those results, and how well they do that will be interesting, and that will be the factor there, that we'll see that kind of the merging from Google, which is originally a search-based player, and then the AI, which is essentially like say Perplexity and also GPT and OpenAI, coming from this angle where they'll start merging, and we'll probably have a situation where everybody has a paid for model, to get access to the fundamental foundational models of AI, but then you also have integration with paid advertising to again monetize their platform.
Okay, so on to the next kind of section. We're looking at marketing platforms and AI assistants.
We talked about this around Meta at the start, but also we're seeing things like HubSpot releasing Breeze, which is ways in which you can get more automation through that platform, creating kind of agents that will help support blog creation, almost handling some of this information. So this is really interesting because what you have to do historically is that those platforms would go collect the information, then you'd have to use a series of third-party tools to extract that information, do something with that information if you wanted to automate something, to try to then get an outcome that you want. So what you're going to start seeing is platforms like HubSpot integrating more AI capabilities within their platform. The question will then be is, what do you do? Do you keep investing in a third-party tool? Or do you actually wait for these platforms to do these things as well? So that's going to be quite challenging for marketing to look at and say, how do we invest our time? Do we invest in a third-party tool or do we invest in these platforms? Because what we might see is, again, HubSpot might add in another, $20 per user per month type feature. And you could be, well, actually, I'm already paying for AI over here through Gemini. And so I can export here and I can do all that stuff over here. So that's going to be quite interesting. And again, we'll probably have to pay more per platform, I think, going forward, because I think they will have to invest so heavily in the cost to do this, they will force you to have to then pay. So almost you won't have a choice.
And then lastly, search and discovery disruption.
Yeah, so we sort of touched upon this a little bit around how user habits are changing. We talked about the fact people are now listening to or want answers, trust them 100%, and actually aren't doing much of that kind of critical thinking and legwork. We talk a lot about that. One of the things that was interesting is that Adobe Analytics have seen a 10-fold jump in UK retail traffic coming directly from AI assistants, which is massive. Because we talked about this before around, we're working to the zero-click methodology. So how do we ensure that we get clients ranking for the AI overviews? But that's a really important opportunity. It's like a paid banner advertising opportunity right at the top of Google particularly. The interesting thing, however, will be what happens when agents talk to agents. And so actually you have zero. I talked about this. I'm trying to start something with like zero touch.
Okay.
Like there's no touch. You just go, I want this product. And it goes off and does it, buys it for you. So you don't even see, it just does it. As long as you set your parameters and it knows enough about you. And actually that is that sort of Adobe Analytics starting to show this massive increase of AI assistants getting involved. So the whole funnel process that we're, as marketeers, we're kind of used to is going to be disrupted. Because we don't have this like see, think, do, care, or awareness, interest, desire, action as we go through that sales funnel. We're going to see, I want this product. We plug in the parameters that we want, it goes away and does it, and we don't have this interaction. More likely for the simpler purchases, the sort of more required purchases rather than luxury or considered purchases at this point, but with something to be aware of, with something to kind of keep an eye out for, because that will massively change the way that people behave and the way that when then marketeers have to look at how they structure their website content so that it works from an agent perspective, so that it finds what it needs, it knows it's the best price, and it will give you the outcome that you want in that transaction.
Well, thank you very much. Well, that's it from us. Those are the top things happening this month in the world of AI. If you enjoyed that, follow us on social media, and of course check out the content on the website. See you again soon.